I am having so much fun.
Tuesday.
That's almost the whole story.
Okay, look at the camera and say, my name is Eric Schrader, I teach the class.
My name is Eric Schrader, I teach the class.
That's nice. We like that part.
Let's go, you guys.
This is our classroom! I'm going to give you a quiz today on where everything in this theater is, so make sure you find everything. But let's do.
I liked how when I stopped and I got up, like there were distinct.
Yeah, sure.
If you've got something like that, you can do it. Absolutely.
Yeah, there's piano back there.
Or, okay.
Alright. Hey guys, gonna take a seat. You guys are gonna do basically everything. It's all on you guys. So we're talking from costumes to lines to staging to lighting. It's all you.
Obviously, the bottom line in that class is we're putting on a full-scale production of Shakespeare's play, but they're responsible. And I try to make that clear the first day. Look, this is a full-scale production, and you're doing everything. So above all, it's supposed to be a class that incorporates play in its broadest sense. So it's about a play, a kind of text that we know about, and a production and all that, but it's also about having fun with it. So playing Shakespeare is getting to know a particular play really well, getting to know it not just as a text, but as a kind of living piece of theater, something that you're going to bring alive on the stage, and then working with it to do that, to achieve that. So that in playing Shakespeare, we spend the first 3 weeks of the course studying the text. We spend the next week, students audition for roles. They can audition for as many roles as they want, any role that they want. I cast the play after that. Weeks 5 through 10, they rehearse the play. And between the end of courses and the beginning of finals, we have 2 nights in Wyatt Theater where we put on a full-scale production of a Shakespearean play.
My name is Rachel Joseph. My major is biological sciences. I'm a second year, gonna be a junior next year. Hope to become a pediatrician and work for Doctors Without Borders. That's what I'm going for. So we have them do various exercises that help them to get sort of a better grasp of their acting talent and their relationships in the class. We pass out pieces of paper to the kids. And we have a slew of Shakespearean insults that in just reading them, you might not understand what the hell they mean. They seem sort of nonsensical. The words are archaic. So what we make the kids do is pick various insults, and then they come out and they just say, "You foul, vile trot," and everyone just kind of goes, "Oh, not you." It's about using your body and your voice, and they tend to do that quite well.
Blood-sucking boggler.
Castellan. King Urinal.
You swaggering wayface.
Horish. Rackful. White!
Gerby. Jackdog. Priest. Oh. Blood-sucking boggler.
Greasely at your lips. Foul.
You. Lay-brained guts.
Oh me. You juggler. You canker blossom. You thief of love.
Bunchback.
Tornmaker! Poor son. Greasy. Talent catch!
Oh, the other thing I need to tell you about this, as this comes around, it's got a question on here.
What particular skills or talents do you have that might be used in this production? Use your imaginations here, please.
Excuse me while I kiss the sky.
You should do your Punjabi. Oh my god! One nation under God, indivisible. Never know how much I love you. Never know how much I care. When you put your arms around me, I get a fever that's too hard to bear. You give me fever when you kiss me, fever when you hold me tight. Fever in the morning, fever all through the night.
What most people today, when they watch a Shakespearean performance, they find it rather boring. And I think one of the unique things that we did in Eric Schrader's class is we made it accessible to the audience. The best way to make it accessible to the audience is make it so the players find it accessible. So what we do in that class is we take 3 weeks and we break it down line by line, scene by scene, and we investigate, what does this line mean? What does this phrase mean?
In Shakespeare, there are lots of worlds, and there's lots of things about the language. So, like, as an example, there are oral worlds in Shakespeare. Yeah, by that I mean AURAL/ORAL. Yeah, worlds for the eyes and worlds for the ears. Juliet assumes that it's Romeo who's dead. And she goes, I am not I, if this be I, blah, 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 blah. Within 7 or 8 lines, she's got something, I can't remember, 9 or 11 I's. When you read it, it's AYE, yeah, I laddie, yes, yeah, or it's I, me, or it's I, the organ. But when you listen to it on stage, for the people who don't have the benefit of the text in front of them, what you hear, or one of the things you hear is, I, I, and she's keening and she's grieving, yeah? So what you read and what you see is a totally different world. Shakespeare plays around on that level. So when you do The Taming of the Shrew, which was written around the same time, maybe a tad earlier, be aware of that, The other thing that he loves to do is play around with words. As an example, Romeo goes, the father, Montague father, looks for him, and Montague mother looks for him just after the opening scene, and he says, Benvolio, have you seen him? Have you seen him? And Benvolio says, oh yeah, I saw him under the sycamore tree. The question is, why does Shakespeare use sycamore? Why not an elm? Why not an oak? Why sycamore? Because he's doing a bilingual pun. Sic amore. Yeah, he's under the lovesick trees. yeah? And Shakespeare's language works on that level. You know, I know of no other writer that just repays and repays and repays and repays if you read what he gives you, and he teaches you.
You know, I knew Peter originally just through his work. Peter came to Davis, I don't know the exact date, maybe about 6 years ago. He used to come every 2 or 3 years as the Granada artist in residence as part of an exchange program that UCD had with Granada Theatre in London. And
Granada Theatre is also basically British television.
Television as well, yeah, TV station. And Peter would direct a play for the drama department. I also know of him through what he's written about directing and the way that an actor would read a Shakespeare speech and look for the directions within the language of the speech itself as to what he or she was meant to be doing, and physically with the body, or in terms of movement on the stage, or modulation of the voice. And I got up the nerve to ask him if he'd come to class, and he agreed to it. And so last year, one of the things we did is have Peter come and do a workshop.
You choose silence because it helps you where you need to go, or you choose words because it helps you where you need to go. But both of them are extremely active. So if I want to kill her and I go, whatever, yeah, then what's that about? You know, it's about shaking, or I got a knife and I go, or whatever I do, yeah? But if, I don't know, I'm going to kill you, and I go, yeah? And if I did this to Rachel, yeah, that would be the release. Yeah? You know, thank you. You know, that's the worst thing coming. You know what the worst is. There's nowhere for the actor to go. There's nowhere for the audience to go. You know the worst. What did I do? I did nothing. You know, I went and I took my glasses out. Yeah? I looked at Rachel or something, and I pointed it, and then I just walked slowly. But I walked. That's all I did. The rest, how bad it was, what it was totally in your mind. Does that make sense? So, what was more interesting? This, or whatever, or that? Yeah? There, it was about your imagination and the worlds you play in, yeah, and your mirror. Does that make sense? And I think that if you're an actor and a director, the more you can make the audience work, you know, however we do that, the better.
But I think that he plants seeds in them which go on reverberating for a long time. I think he has the ability in one little workshop to make an actor better at the craft of acting. And while they don't always kind of appreciate at the moment, I think, what they're getting from him, I think it's got real long-term effects.
My name is Romana, and I was an ISer from 98-99, so I actually did the play in 1999. Certainly it was one of the best classes that I took at Davis, but I don't know if it really qualifies as a class as such, because it's so much more than a class. I mean, you do things in this environment that you'd never be able to do in any other kind of setting. It's not, you know, there's no lecture, it's all totally hands-on. I mean, it's a very different sort of thing. So my senior year and my second senior year, I spent TAing the play right here, and that was an amazing experience. having the opportunity, which is also like being in the class, teaching the class is a very once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. It's not, having that degree of impact isn't something that you can usually do as a teaching assistant or as an undergrad working in college. It's a remarkable opportunity.
I'm Andrew, I'm a chem major, and I've never done any kind of theater before, but it seemed like something I'd like to try, so that's what I did.
Having a chance to really get in and teach drama and be part of creating something like this and be part of bringing the kids from where they are at the beginning of the quarter to where they are at the end of the quarter, which is, oh my God, such a vast difference.
And Andrew.
Hello.
What were you going to do at the beginning of this thing? What was your role that you were thinking about?
Something minor. I don't know. Not Petruchio. That's for sure.
There are so many students in this class that have no experience with drama and are totally afraid of getting on that stage. And I've seen them in my class and in the classes I taught, where they start out and they're afraid to tell you their name. And by the end of it, you have them singing and dancing on stage. And they're the high-achieving students. They are, you know, the best of the best. And this class gives them a confidence that they can't get from writing a research paper or doing a in-class presentation. That's expected. They know that they're going to have to do that. But getting them to share the fact that they can do a triple cartwheel in front of their friends and family or look silly and have it be perfectly okay, it's an experience that isn't offered anywhere else in Davis.
Okay, my name is Andrew Peterson. My major right now is chemistry, but that's going to change because I don't really care much for chemistry anymore. And my role is Petruchio. Besides chemistry, well, I was thinking something in bio. My background in drama is pretty much nothing. This is my first experience with drama. I believe I have 596 lines in this play. Say that she rail? Why, then I'll tell her plain. She sings as sweetly as a nightingale. Say that she frown. I'll say she looks as clear as morning roses, newly washed with dew. Say she be mute, and will not speak a word. Then I'll commend her volubility, and say she uttered piercing eloquence. I don't know, at first it was kind of overwhelming, but now, I don't know, I'm really excited about it, actually, because I'm having a lot of fun with the character, and the only bummer is just all the memorizing, but, you know, I'm done with that now, so it's been a lot of fun, just in working with Aaron a lot, too.
My name is Erin Lowry, and I'm an environmental biology major, and I'm playing Catherine, the shrew.
So, may you lose your arms. If you strike me, you are no gentleman.
Before the audition, Andrew and I worked a lot together on our audition piece. I think I just remember the day that he told me that he was gonna audition, because it's a big part that he auditioned for, and the day he told me he was gonna do it, I was just so happy, because it really helps to audition with somebody that you know, because I mean, auditioning in itself is kind of a stressful process, so it was really neat to be able to work together and talk it out, and so we ran it again and again. I mean, it's a scene that has like a slap in it too, so lucky him, he got to, whack him a couple times.
When you come from high school and you're the top of the top, you're not used to ever hearing anybody tell you no. There's nothing too unexpected when you're almost perfect. So a lot of these kids haven't had experience with acting, and they come to college, and they come to the Shakespeare class, and they know exactly what they want. They want the lead role.
But here she comes. And now Petruchio speak. Good morrow, Kate, for that's your name, I hear.
Well hast thou heard, though something hard of hearing. They call me Catherine, that do talk of me.
And sometimes take the curse.
Kate, listen. What? What's immovable?
A joint stool.
Thou hast hit it. Come sit on me. Thou hast hit it. Come, sit on me.
Asses are made to bear, and so are are you. Asses are made to bear, and so are you.
But here she comes. And now could you speak? Good morning, Kate. For that is your name up here.
Well, have you heard? But something hard of hearing. They call me Catherine, that do talk of me.
And sometimes Kate cursed. But Kate, prettiest Kate, Krishna. Why? What's immovable?
A joint stool.
Thou hast hit it. Come, sit on me.
Asses are made to bear, and so are you.
Women are made to bear, and so are you.
No such jade as you, if me.
Alas, good Kate, I will not burden thee for knowing thee to be but young and light.
Oh, too light for such a swain as you to catch, and yet as heavy as my weight should be.
Should buzz.
Well taken, and like a buzzard.
Oh, slow-winged turtle. Shall a buzzard take thee?
I were a turtle, and he takes a buzzard.
Come, you wasp, in faith, you are too angry.
If I be waspish, best beware my sting.
My remedy, then, is to pluck it out.
I am the fool who finds where it lies.
Who knows now where wasp does wear his sting? In his tail.
In his tongue.
Whose tongue?
Yours, if you talk of tails, and so, farewell.
What? With my tongue? In your tail? Nay, come again, good Kate. I'm a gentleman.
That I'll try.
Swear I'll cuff you if you strike again.
Let it go!
Find me, Pat. This told me you were rough, coy, and sullen. And now I find report very loud. For thou art pleasant, gamesome, passing courteous.
But slow in speech, yet sweet as springtime flowers. Thou canst not frown, thou canst not look askance, nor bite the lip as angry wenches will. Nor hast thou pleasure to be cross and talk, but thou with mildness entertainest thy wooers. Gentle conference, soft and affable. Why does the world report that Kate doth limp? Oh, slenderous world! Kate, like the hazel twig, is straight and slender, and as brown in hue as hazelnuts, and sweeter than the kernels.
That's it.
You don't own me. Don't try to change me in any way. You don't own me. Don't tie me down, cause I'll never stay.
I'm going to be doing Bianca, scene 3-1.
Or a perfect daughter.
I am no breaching scholar in the schools. I'll not be tied to hours or appointed times. I will learn my lessons as I please myself.
Can it be I'm not meant to play this part? In these past few days when I've seen myself seem like someone else. Why then, the maid is mine from all the world, by your firm promise.
Fiddler, forbear! You grow too forward, sir. Fiddler, forbear! You grow too forward, sir.
Thy husband is thy lord, thy life, thy keeper. This isn't getting through to you, is it? At first I was a bitch. I was petrified. Kept thinking I could never live with you by my side.
Have I not, in a pitchy battle, heard loud alarms, neighing steeds, and trumpets clang? I found the effect of love in idleness.
Besides, possessed with the glanders and like to rose at the chime.
Da 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 da.
Line a line, please.
It is in my head to do my master good.
Know, sir, that I am called Hortensio. Senor Hortensio. With a rusty old sword taken from the town armory, with a broken hilt. And shapeless, with 2 broken points. His horse, hipped, with an old mothy saddle, with saddles of no kindred. With an old mothy saddle and stirrups of no kindred, besides being possessed with the glanders and like to move in the chart. Gentlemen, pushing me no farther. Poor girl, she weeps.
Is ever a man so weary?
Is ever a man so weary? Imprimis. He came down a foul mill, my master riding behind my mistress. The horse is fed.
We'll overreach the narrow graybeard Gremio, the prying father Minola, the quaint musician amorous Lydio, all for the sake of my master Lucentio. Wither hot.
Who knows not where it watches where it sting? In his tail.
It's time!
So how are you doing with the slaps?
Slaps, well, they kind of hurt, but they're gone after like 5 seconds. You get beaten into the ground.
So about the slapping.
Oh, I wait for it the whole time, just ready.
I love it.
Ooh. Yeah, it's hard. I mean, because it just goes against everything, to just like hit somebody. But I mean, because when Andrew and I were working on it, I mean, it was a lot of, I can't do it. And he was like, the worst part is waiting for it to come. So, I mean, just gotta try to put yourself in the moment and think I want to hit her and just do it and try really hard not to be like, I'm sorry right away.
You have adjusted with me all this while.
If that be jest.
My pretty face.
If that be jest, then all the rest was so.
You too, when you shut up!
It hurts! Well, that's good. We want all that in the show.
That young
It really does hurt though.
I know! I don't want to hit you.
Hello!
It's just pretend. It's just pretend. No, but it's just pretend. It's just all pretend.
Yeah.
So just slap her.
I wanted to.
Just haul off and just slap her.
Wait, I'm confused. You actually pretend?
Yeah.
Can we just try this slap once? And all the rest was so. It was good. Yeah, it was good.
Untie my hands.
If that be jest, then all the rest was so.
Why, how now, dame? Whence grows this insolence? Poor girl, she weeps. Go ply thy needle, meddle not with her. For shame, thou hilding of a devilish spirit. Why dost thou wrong she that ne'er wronged thee? When did she cross thee with the bitter word?
Her silence flouts me, and I'll be revenged.
What? In my sight?
We'll have rings and things and finery and kissing cakes.
My name is Kate Burrell, and my major is linguistics.
I am Stephen Vernava. I am an aeronautical engineering major.
My name is Heather Asquith. I'm an animal science and management major.
My name is Celia Futch, and I'm a biology major.
Welcome home, Romeo.
Oh no, Romeo! How now, old
I would think too many roles. I think I have between 3 and 4. I've played as Christopher Sly, the drunk in the first scene, one of the singing servants right after the intermission, and the pedant who impersonates Vincentio's father, Lucentio's father.
When I first talked to you, you told me that you were just going to do music.
I honestly can't remember that now, but I probably did say something like that.
I heard later on that the people in this can do everything, and it includes composing the music, and I've really been interested in that aspect.
Cool. Good.
My name is Carolyn Sawyer. My major is confused, and I am several servants in the play. This is Curtis right here. This nice non-colored garb and my red colors. And I also dance in the play. And I don't like talking to cameras.
And my role is the servants, basically. I'm servant number 2 and second huntsman and another servant. I'm the singing servant too in the second act.
It's a hard knock life for us. It's a hard knock life for us.
I play the first huntsman in the induction. I'm one of the dancers for Fever. I'm one of the Vanna Whites for The Price is Right scene. I'm one of the singing servants in the second half of the play, and I'm just a servant in general.
Instead of treated, we get tricked.
I play the Lord in the induction.
Made him shed tears as being overjoyed to see his noble lord restored to health.
A servant, a singing servant.
Instead of wages, we get whipped.
And I think that's it.
It's a lot of fun. The first few weeks are great. I mean, the first week when we came in here and we started doing exercises in acting, and it was a lot like things from Whose Line Is It Anyway? We'd have different games and things we'd play to act, and it was a lot of fun to just have fun that way.
It's a lot of fun, and people are really nice. It's fun to work with all your classmates, especially if you don't know some of the ones that you're working with on the play.
Who's
You get
this
to know
guy?
them. That's Steven, who had to get his costume, which is sitting behind me.
Sorry. He changes a lot.
Yeah, he has a lot of costume changes.
The plays I've done, you usually stick to the text. You don't really take very many liberties unless somebody tells you to do it. But in this class, the students are given the freedom to do what they want with their characters and to give opinions to the director, and I really haven't had that a lot. That's the only way in which a student can truly feel part of the performance is if they have put something of themselves into it, and if they've, given their opinions on it, and they really feel like it's part of them and they're going to remember it a lot more.
We talk a lot at the university about building community, but we don't always do such a good job at it. This class really does do it. I mean, it has to do it, because if it doesn't do it, the play's not going to work, and if the play doesn't work, they know they're all going to look bad, so that they really do. It forces them to pull together and to do their best and to recognize that everybody's efforts are important.
Hello there, youngins. Anybody in there? Any single ladies?
My name is Alicia Marie Flor. I am a Spanish major, and I play Gremio, the dirty old man, / the jazz Latin singer woman. Do a little gender change in the middle, and then I go back to Gremio. So that's me.
Now, Senor Baptista, to your younger daughter. Long have we waited. Long.
Quick interview. What do you think so far?
I think this is going to be a crazy ass show, and I'm excited.
Are you having fun?
I
am having fun. I was a little bit scared to play little old man at first, but apparently I'm a natural being a dirty old man, so what can you do?
How about singing?
Singing, that's natural actually, so that's a lot of fun. I'm glad I get to be a woman or myself at least for a little bit of it. I'm very comfortable with that part.
5, 6, 7, 8. Never know how much she loves him. Never know how much she cares. When she puts his arms around her, she says, "Petruchio, oh, don't you dare." She'll give him fever.
I learned a lot about the people that I live with actually. By this point in the year, I think we were supposed to know so much about each other that it would have helped the production, but I think the production has helped my my feelings of like sisterhood and brotherhood with everybody who lives in IS program and how we've worked together. This more than any other class in the whole IS program. And I'm really glad. This wasn't the reason I took IS, but this has become the reason why I appreciate it so much.
The outside performance is so much more difficult. Everybody knows it. There's this air around when we're outside. It's so difficult because projecting your voice and making people hear you.
It's just, the payback isn't worth it. You know, they end up fitting the space and Wyatt so well. Wyatt suits what they're able to do. And the outdoor show, they can't speak loud enough. That's the big thing. When you can't hear it, what's the point?
So like, try, let's see, I don't even know where to take you guys.
See, I can't even hear Rachel now.
Start now, but start loud.
I blame it on I-80.
I'm starting to lose it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't like the outdoor stuff so much. You gotta yell a lot.
Erin, how's your voice holding out?
What? Well, it's getting a workout, but it's good practice. I mean, the indoor show, we'll have no excuse for speaking up in that one after this. It's good practice, I guess.
Don't be people. Be loud. Go. Do you intend to stay with me tonight?
So please, your lordship, with all my heart. Oh, and this fellow I remember! Was once you played a farmer's eldest son. Was when you wooed the gentlewoman so well.
Change is what? Welcome heartily. You horse and billet! Will you let it fall?
I've patience, I pray you, 'twas a fault unwilling.
Horse and
Hey, nobody's got a car on the meter today. Nope.
No, I think down. Thank you.
A miracle. It's a miracle.
I saw that. That's not right.
Did you get the policeman coming? Do you have a license to rehearse here on this field?
That's what I was expecting.
I was too. Yeah. They would kick us off the field.
He was saying that you could. What was he saying?
He asked me if I had any students who had cars on the meter because he didn't want to ticket them, and I thought that was very sweet because usually they, ticket now and ask later.
So have you ever been in cuffs before? You ever been in cuffs before?
Oh, she's no stranger to the cuffs. Tell him, Laura.
Actually,
on the weekends, yeah.
this is probably harder for me than being slapped. No, flipping you off is harder than being slapped. Yeah. I don't know. I don't think I've ever done anything vulgar or like sexual on stage, and so this is really a challenge.
Yeah, leave that labor to great Hercules.
Sir, understand you this of me in sooth.
Tell me about the hat.
The hat? This is my haberdasher hat.
Where's it from?
It's Laura's.
Laura's?
Yeah.
How do you like it?
It's lovely.
You think?
Yes. I think Kate will love it. I think it'll look lovely on Andrew too.
You think you'll wear it in public?
What?
Will you ever wear it in public?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's my style. I don't really wear hats.
What's the story on having the outdoor adventure sign on the tent and getting it for free? What happened with that?
I think it might have been this one the wrong way. Be really careful with the paper.
This is a good feeling here I'm seeing.
It could be carried by an African swallow. Oh yeah. But African swallows are non-migratory.
Oh, right. Where'd you get the coconuts from? What? The coconuts. Coconuts are a tropical fruit. It's a Tempest zone. Yeah. Perhaps a bird carried them. What? A swallow? A European swallow or an African swallow?
Jehovah! Jehovah!
Jehovah one more time. He's like, what? Who did that? I like all the women, they're like,
How about are there any women here today? No.
No, not a denier. Go, by St. Geronimy. Go to thy cold bed and warm thee. And kindly.
Till we find a husband for the eldest sister.
Yo, yo.
What'd you think?
It went pretty well. Couple snafus, but all in all, really well, I thought.
I was impressed.
Stayed awake for the whole show.
They upped the level.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Did they?
They kicked it up a notch. Well, at least from the year before us, right?
You hear this, John? You hear this, John?
They kicked it up a notch.
This is last year's show talking.
Yeah. Our play had a lot less Shakespeare sounding stuff though, right, Manny? Like,
I like the costumes and music.
the music was spectacular. Muy spectaculoso.
They were the stars last year.
We were the stars.
Yeah.
We watched your video and like, look, it's them from the video. And we were like, oh God. So,
That's what they're saying about you now.
so thank you for coming. We wish I'd known.
We liked it.
They said you guys have raised the level.
Yeah, we.
It was good. It was really good. The cars passing by was a bit of a hassle, but other than that, it was really good.
Enjoy yourself?
Huh?
Did you enjoy yourself?
Oh yeah. It's only going to get better from here.
My name is Rebecca Rosenberg. My major is bio-sci with emphasis in molecular and cellular biology. It's a mouthful. And what I do in the play is I'm a TA of sorts. I basically help the students with all of the non-acting aspects. So that would be the tech and the staging and getting the space and advertising and everything like that. If they don't know how to do something, I help them do it.
If you have a small role, if you are the dog, then you can be the dog who does costumes when you're not the dog. Or you can be the dog who helps with lighting, or the dog who organizes dance rehearsals and also dances when you're not the dog.
Don't underestimate the importance of the non-acting. I mean, acting's great and wonderful, but if none of the other stuff happens, there's no point.
My name is John Carney. I'm a computer science engineering major, and I'm doing lighting in this play.
Okay, cool. We're going to back up. Yeah.
Can I see what it's like when you just put it in right away?
My name is Stacy Hitchcock. I am undeclared. It's a very good major. I am currently stage manager for Taming the Shrew, which means I pretty much oversee a lot of the backstage stuff to make sure everything gets done, yelling at people, that fun stuff.
My name is Ivan Lamb, and I'm a design major. I'm in charge of publicity and set design.
Sit on me.
I opened the trap door with a scary mask on.
You okay? Oh yeah, that looks good on Ivan.
In the production, I am a priest. I just have a half line.
Dearly beloved.
And I put up the Price is Right sign.
My name is Daniel Ma. I'm a chemistry major, and my job in this play is to be the sound technician. Being a sound technician means I run the sound effects. That's my main job.
Puffed up with winds, rage like an angry boar, chafed with sweat.
I know, I thought he was doing sound effects for this.
Are we doing the sound with this?
Yeah, let's back up.
Okay. Have I not in my time heard lions roar? Have I not heard the sea puffed up with winds, rage like an angry boar, chafed with sweat?
Also, we have to mic some of the people on stage because the instruments are overpowering them, and so I'm also in charge of monitoring the sound volume on that. I've never done anything like this before. This is really new to me.
Sick. Look at what they've done to this.
So how's it going back here?
Look at this one dog here. Well, first of all, they're all just like this crazy mess.
So what's your name?
I'm Dan.
Dan what?
Dan Desatel.
Okay, what's your name? What's your major? And what are you doing?
Alright, I'm Dan Desatel. My major's mechanical engineering, and I'm in charge of props.
So. What is he doing, Steven?
I don't
know.
What?
What is he doing?
No idea. He's trying to get it over his head, but...
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen. Ow. Ooh. Yeah, but Sam's head's bigger than mine.
What? But my daughter proved a good musician.
I think she'll sooner prove a soldier.
Okay, what happened?
Alright, so I was cutting a hole in a rubber ball to make the head for Gremio's cane. And I was using a Swiss Army knife, and I was pushing in, and it just kind of folded up on my finger.
Have you done that job before?
No.
No.
Never done it
So
before.
this was virgin territory?
Yeah, pretty much.
Trying something new. Learning a new life skill.
Yeah.
How will you use that skill in the future?
I won't use Swiss Army knives.
Alright.
Use a knife that doesn't fold.
Alright.
There you go.
So you have learned something from this course?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what it's all about.
Anything else you've learned?
No.
Not spray painting the wind. That one wasn't so good either.
I don't think so. She just really wants to
What have you done?
Well, when I super glued the ball onto the head of the cane, some of the super glue ran down the cane. So then I decided it'd be a good idea to wipe it off with the newspaper. Only then some of the newspaper stuck to the cane. So when I pulled the newspaper off, then we had a blotch of newspaper on the cane. So I did the best I could to kind of scrape it off, and now I've just spray painted over it with black. So then I'm gonna wait for that to dry. should be half an hour or so, and then Alicia can use it.
So you having fun?
It's easier to. Oh yeah.
It's a lot of fun. I'm a little better off now than I was when I first got here. When I first got here, I was just angry and bitter and short on sleep and like.
Was that the first class or is that today?
No, that was when I showed up here today.
Yo necesito un...
Oh shoot, that's what the problem is.
Bobby?
Cried up on the nearest bus and twice picked up the If Echo were
Sombrero?
Yeah.
Sombrero.
Tengo mi sombrero.
Don't know where it is.
Oh.
By the way, Alicia,
Sí?
you know where the headphones are?
Sí.
Because they need to be wrapped around this thing.
I have a whole act though. I need to find my hat first.
Okay.
So how do you like the class so far?
That's pretty good.
What do you do besides being the tech guy?
I'm an officer, which is a basically it's an excuse to have me on stage and not do much of anything. I have no lines. I just stand there and haul Amanda around and let her kick her legs and stuff. Don't volunteer to be the prop guy. It's way too much work.
My name is David Jones. I'm a psych major, considering sociology double major with a music minor. And my main role is Lucentio. He's one of the suitors to the two daughters of Baptista. I'm the one who ends up marrying Bianca, the not so shrewish one.
So are you having fun?
Yeah, I'm having a great time out. It's a really interesting process. The way I've never been in a theater situation like this before, where you're coming in for just 4 hours twice a week, and then you need to just prepare for that. I've only done situations where it's been like every day for a shorter period of time.
Hic ibat, as I told you before. Simois, I am Lucentio.
For one thing, I haven't had a role of this size before, and also I don't know if there's going to be another chance for me to be in a Shakespeare production like this. So it's a really lucky thing for me.
Hic est, son of Vincentio of Pisa. Segia tellus, disguised thus, to get your love. Hic steterat.
Well, I had heard a lot of stories from old ISers about what it was going to be like. And so I had some expectations set up. I knew that it was going to be a lot of work. I also knew that it was going to be a lot of fun.
And that Lucentio that comes a-wooing, Priami, is my man Tranio. Regia, bearing my port, Celsa senis, that we might beguile. The old pantaloon.
I was struck immediately by the amount of commitment people were willing to put into it. I was worried at some points that it might be, or before the class started, I was worried that it might be the sort of production that people were just going to be doing it because it was a class, and they were just going to be doing it for their grade and for credit, and there wasn't going to be a whole lot of personal interest and involvement, and that's turned out to be not the case at all. I think it's been really fun. I think people are really committed to making it a good show, which is what I think it should be about. You know, I get to mess around and do funny stuff and wear glasses and pretend to be different people, and you know, it's just a totally different experience to be putting on a play and to have that acknowledged as something that's worthwhile and something that we can be given credit for. I wouldn't trade it for anything. That's why I'm in integrated studies, is because I want a chance to do these different things that I might not have a chance to do again while I'm here in college.
Oh, definitely.
Yes.
Yeah, I wouldn't trade it for anything.
I would definitely recommend this class.
Definitely.
I would.
Yeah, I would definitely recommend this.
I would definitely recommend this class.
I would definitely recommend this class.
I would absolutely recommend this class to any potential students wanting to come into IS.
I would definitely recommend this class. I would say you would be a fool not to take it.
A great class.
I would. Yeah.
Definitely.
My name is Amanda Klein. My major is biochemistry, and I play a player, a servant, and Vincentio. This is my Vincentio costume.
Oh, my son! My son! Tell me now, villain! Where's my son, Vicentio?
Call for him as an officer! Carry this mad name to the jail! Oh, Father Batista! Feed me for his coming!
To people who are thinking of taking this class, and the IS program as well, I would say, well, definitely for the IS program, definitely do it. I am so glad I'm in the IS program. The classes are great. I've loved this class, definitely, and I'll go more into the class in a minute. But I think the main aspect of the program that I like the best is the dorms, that you're with other people who, you know, put an emphasis on schoolwork, and I think you get more of a community feeling with IS because you're all part of the same program, and you do have to take some of the same classes, so you get to see these people over and over again. And this class is a really good one to take. It's one of the advantages of being in IS that you get the chance to do this, because you really don't get the chance in any other play anywhere to do everything in the play, which is a really good experience. It's hard work, but it's a really good experience, and you grow from it, and it's a lot of fun too.
Where'd everybody go? Hello? Hello? Health to all!
I was like waiting through. I was like, that was a close one.
So when just tell people when they get ready for us. Get ready. Well, we got about 8 minutes. Here's Rachel.
His favorite lines, the two fair daughters.
Hey, where's
the two fair
daughters?
Is it he you mean?
Yes, hello, Don't lose it, I'll kill you.
Okay, so we got about 5 minutes before we open the doors.
I don't think
You have to do it. You just have to enjoy your birthday. That's all. You just have to enjoy your birthday. That's all. It's not often you have a birthday.
No, it's an act. Since it's your birthday, I'll take over.
1 minute. 1 minute.
Thank you, 1 minute.
1 minute.
I'm not going to do it. You guys get that?
Yeah.
1 minute.
I'll say 1 minute. Or else it should be resetting it.
30 seconds.
Or else we'll be resetting it every time.
Okay, so you come in a little bit later.
30 seconds.
Okay. 30 seconds to 1 minute. Or else it should be resetting it.
30 seconds.
30 seconds. You come in a little bit later.
30 seconds.
Okay.
30 seconds. Yeah.
Turn back to the left and then say, hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
That's the ending of our movie. We'll go to black and run the credits and then suddenly just, hi, Mom.
Cool.